Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon, and joining me on the EAC Show, we got my brother from another mother, Levon Harvey. Levon, appreciate you coming on the show for another week of picks, selections, winners, losers, misery, joy, happiness, all that fucking BS, real talk, honestly. But we're going to start off the show by you telling us about your disgusting, gross, nasty-ass parlay that you had that didn't hit because of Bama.
Guys, listen, I'm not going to make this too long, but, Bama was the last game of I believe it was a 4 or 5 leg. Doesn't really matter. And the thing is, I teased it. Guys, I didn't take the minus 18, minus 17 and a half. I didn't. I teased it down to minus 4.5. I'm not asking you to win or cover the spread. I'm not asking. I was at a bachelor party for a friend. I had covered all the hard games earlier. By the time I had Bama left over for the night game, we were in the pool, doing drinks, doing games, eating dinner, steak. I was chilling. Then we got to the Hard Rock Casino, and all of a sudden I found myself in front of the TV sweating balls. And they're all gambling, playing blackjack, enjoying themselves. I'm watching this game, like this trash team lost to Mississippi State, Arkansas, this quarter. But I should have known Johnny Manziel was in the stands, so I just should have known. I should have known. But
Jesus, that's gross.
It's just extremely tilting. You know what I mean? Especially when it's the last leg. But hey, let's move forward.
Nah, that sucks, man. It's definitely disgusting. I mean, I'm a big Bama fan. I thought Bama was gonna end up pulling that shit off, and then they end up freaking losing the game. That's ridiculous. That's unheard. Hey, shout out to Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher gets it done. He wins big games. He's a hell of a coach. Shout out to Jimbo Fisher. Right now, we got the Thursday night game that's going on. So we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. So that game was I think it ended up on -7, correct?
Yeah, -7.
So right now it's 14-7 Tampa Bay. I was gonna take the Eagles plus the 7. Who were you gonna take, Levon?
I use them. I do a pick 'em every week, and Eagles are in a good spot to cover this number. But I was like, you know what? I know Tom Brady has a thumb issue, but I like them boys to cover the -7. So I actually chose them a part of my pick five, Tampa -7.
So these are all week 6 picks, Levon. And the first one up on your slate is a 9:30 game in London. It's a Florida versus Florida game. It's the Miami Dolphins going to London to play the home team, I guess, which is the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game.
They live there too.
Look, man,
this is the prove it. This is prove it moving forward. You got to prove it. Tua, are you a franchise quarterback or not? I believe Tua should be back, right? So it's Tua moving forward. There's no more excuses. I don't care if you get hurt. Oh, he couldn't prove himself because he's been hurt. Last year he was getting taken in and out. I get it. It's game time. It's show me time. If you can't show me that you're a franchise quarterback, whether it's you staying healthy or you getting in and out, then we got to move forward. So if it's -3, 3.5, whatever it is, I'm taking the Dolphins to cover because I'm on my last straw.
I mean, I got to be quite honest with you. Not for nothing. I love how your team fights in every game. I love the fight that they put up. Sometimes, yeah, they run through drives or maybe multiple drives where they don't get anything done. But offensively, defensively, special teams, they're coached properly. I don't have a problem with the way the Miami Dolphins, try to go about their game. Are they getting the results they want, the fans they want? No, they're not. But they put up a fight in almost every game. Yeah, they ended up getting blown out by Tampa Bay last week, but listen.
I'm sorry, my bad. Give me one second. Enough was enough, guys. I apologize about that.
Nah, you're good. We're all parents, dude. We understand. No big deal. Yeah. We're all parents. We all understand. No big deal. I'm going to go to the Dolphins -3. I just think they're a better team. I think they get it done. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer yet, so I'm going to take the Dolphins -3. You going with Dolphins -3 too?
Yes, I am. I'm taking my boys. You got to show me. We got to make it happen now.
We got the best 1-4 team on the slate for the next game, 1:00 game. Houston Texans are going to the Indianapolis Colts to Lucas Oil Stadium to face Carson Wentz and the boys. It's -10.
Oh,
For Indianapolis. I'm going to take the Colts -10 because Houston is they're gross right now.
yeah, they are gross. And man, the Colts fought. But Lamar was an ultra super saiyan South Florida mode on Monday night, man. So kudos to him finding his stride. But 10 points is a lot, man. I'm gonna decide what the sharps would do, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the points, the plus 10 points with Houston.
That's cool. We got the NFC North game between the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and them boys are gonna go face Justin Fields and Chicago Bears. It's -5.5. Green Bay is favored on the road. Give me go Pack go. Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback in the league right now, hands down, unequivocally. For me, Aaron Rodgers is the truth. So I'm gonna go AR-12 and the boys.
Man, divisional game, and it's kind of similar to what you probably thought about tonight. The spread looks really weird. You know what I mean? Like 7's a lot of points for the Eagles at home. 5.5 with Justin Fields. I know they're home, but man, the number looks so weird. I would love to stay away from this game, but I see myself taking the points and hoping that Crosby has to kick a game winner and the Packers win by 3. So I'm gonna take the points, 5.5 with the Bears. Justin Fields hopefully shows me something.
We got the struggling Kansas City Chiefs going to the East Coast to face the Washington football team. Kansas City is -7. These boys do not, and I repeat, they do not look like themselves since the Super Bowl loss. I said it on the last show. I'll repeat it again. The Kansas City Chiefs are not who we thought they were. Mahomes and them boys got paid. They lost the Super Bowl, and everything has been downhill since. I will take the Washington football team plus the 7 points. I don't think they win the game, but I think they cover.
This is kind of going back to, again, I've said this almost every single week on this pod, right? They don't cover spreads, you know? Like even last week, I think we all took the Bills, but that was easy. Well, I think we did, but that was an easy call for me. Bills all the way. I feel like this game is similar to the Eagles game from 2 weeks ago, where this is Mahomes, you got to fling the rock 35, 40 times, and he's out for blood. So I think it's similar. Mind you, I always go against the Chiefs as far as the spread's concerned. But I feel like this is one of those games where they're on the road, yes. Washington's defense is not what we thought it was. They struggle in the secondary. And I think Mahomes has his way with even with receivers kind of banged up a bit. He's going to find whoever's open. Whether it's a new piece he got in this speedster, I forgot his name for a second. Hardman, he's got a whole bunch of pieces he can work with. Hill, Kelsey, it doesn't matter. I think Mahomes wins by double digits.
Too many State Farm commercials for me. I'll go with the Washington football team plus the 7. Minnesota Vikings, the hot Minnesota Vikings, -2, going to the Carolina Panthers. They're going to play Sam Darnold and boys. McCaffrey's still questionable whether or not he's going to play. I really think it doesn't matter whether he plays or not. I think the Carolina Panthers are coming back down to earth. I'm going to take the hot team, the Minnesota Vikings. They're a good team even without Dalvin Cook. They get it done with Jefferson and Thielen and Matson, and Kirk Cousins is cooking. So I'll take the Minnesota Vikings -2 on the road.
I will agree. I believe I don't think McCaffrey practiced today, which isn't a good sign. I like Thursday and Fridays to see if they practice. Those are the main days for me. He didn't practice, but like you said, I mean, Cook had a full practice today. I think in the offense, it doesn't really matter, like you said, but Cook is still a beast. So there's more attention to Cook, and that's going to free up Thielen and Jefferson to just play on these boys all day. So I'm going Vikings.
Game of the week, in my opinion, hands down, game of the week. You got the Los Angeles Chargers, hot ass Justin Herbert. In my opinion, he's up there in the MVP conversation for me between him, Allen, and Aaron Rodgers. Justin Herbert is actually an underdog on the road, going to Baltimore and face the Ravens. I'm going to tell you right now, if the Ravens try to pull off what they pulled off against the Indianapolis Colts, they're going to get blown out in their home stadium. And let's just face facts. There's been a couple games where Baltimore has had to pull off a miracle in order to come back and win. So I'm going to take the team that's a little bit more consistent with Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Eckler, and Justin Herbert. I'm going to take the Chargers plus the 3 points on the road, and they win the game. So I'll take the Chargers plus the 3, and I'll take the money line with the plus 125 that everybody's offering.
Oh, man, this is a tough game, man. This is really tough. This game's gonna push. This game's gonna push, but I'm gonna go ahead and ride. Well, they're both hot right now. They're both 4-1. Someone's got to lose. Can I just say the game ties in overtime? Can I just?
No, that ain't gonna work.
If that was the case, it'd be +3.
Now when you got Justin Tucker Legatron that could kick a field goal from 70 yards, fam.
You're right. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Baltimore and at the crib. That's the difference for me. The defense isn't the same either, but I'm gonna go with Lamar taking them to the promised land again. So I'll go -3, Baltimore.
This next game looks so weird to me. I don't know why this spread is what it is. We got the Cincinnati Bengals -3.5 on the road going to face the Detroit Lions. I have no idea why the shitty ass Detroit Lions are getting 3.5 points only. It's mind-boggling. It's Vegas basically telling you, hey, come get fucked by this. Come get fucked by this game. Come get the Urban Meyer fingers in this game.
And guess what? I gotta pull my pants down and bend over if that's the case. You know, I'm just gonna have to take the chance because I'm not taking the Detroit Lions. It's not happening. So whatever happens, man. It's yours. Take it. So,
I'm going Detour. MCDC is gonna get his first victory as a Lions coach. I think I have no other reason to believe it. There's no way that you can be, such an underdog in a game the week before that, and then all of a sudden now you're at home and you're +3, 3.5. Like, I just don't understand it. So I'm going to go the opposite way on this game. I might be wrong, but if I'm right, then I look like a genius. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
It's 5.5, 6.5, but because of the coach's tiers, those tiers definitely are like 2.4. Honestly, it is. Passion.
Oh, shit.
Everyone felt Dan. Dan, we like you, man. You talk weird, talk crazy. We feel for you, man. But
4 o'clock game. Arizona Cardinals are on the road. They're gonna go face the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are favored. They're -3.5. Right now I'm taking Arizona. I ain't going against. There's no way I'm going against Kyler Murray and the boy. This is basically the battle of Heisman Trophy winners. You got Kyler Murray versus Baker Mayfield. Both of them are Oklahoma quarterbacks. I'm definitely gonna go with Kyler Murray though on this one.
Yeah, gosh, this is a weird one too, but I kind of get it though. That hook though. I'm gonna go with Cardinal just because of the hook. Now 3 would already be questionable, but the hook too. You give me the hook as well. Oh, I gotta take the undefeated Cardinals to stay undefeated. And if they don't, it lose by 3, so be it. I still take the bet.
Las Vegas Raiders +3.5 on the road against the Denver Broncos.
We'll get into that later. But if you go ahead.
Teddy Two Gloves is gonna play. I know what you want to talk about. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Teddy Two Gloves is going to play. I think the Raiders win. I think they end up getting this win for their new coach. I think the Raiders win. I'll take them +3.5.
In Denver, huh?
In Denver.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and it can go either way, right? Oh, they did it for the new coach, or this team has gone through so much this week, so much distraction. They clearly weren't prepared. They're going through this, that, and the elevation, the top 3 defense in the league. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to give them a pass this week as far as them playing really bad. They played bad last week too. That was bad. I had Oakland last week too. That was really bad. But I'm going to go ahead and take Denver to cover the spread.
Dallas Cowboys -3.5 favorites on the road against New England Patriots. I don't know why this spread is what it is. This one I'm not going the other way. This one I'm gonna go with my eyes. I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna take them -3.5. Dallas is on fire. I don't know why this game is what it is. I'll take them -3.5 and money line. I don't care about the -170 that it is. I'll smash them on both of them because I don't think New England is good enough. I'm sorry.
I know why this game is -3.5 because they're comparing it to the Bucs game, the Brady game, right? That's all they're doing. Like, it's funny, and I heard some guy opened up the Bucs game at -5.5, and he got fired, and they got bet up. Hey, he's probably at home with jobless. Like, look, I told you. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my eyes too. If I lose, I lose. I'm not 3.5 for the hottest team in the league or top 3 hottest team in the league. They look amazing, even in their loss against the Bucs to get the first. They still look amazing. And I think, Warren, I could be wrong. I think they're the only team in the league to cover every single spread this year.
Possibly, yeah, agreed. This is the thing that bothers me, though. LeVar, you tell me how you feel about this. why the fuck do we always have to see Troy Aikman calling a fucking Dallas Cowboy game? And if it's not Troy Aikman, then it's fucking Tony Romo. No one else can call fucking Dallas Cowboy games. Either Tony Romo or it's fucking Troy Aikman. I have never heard anybody else's voice other than Troy Aikman or Tony Romo calling Dallas Cowboy games.
Hey man, this is why they say when you're a Dallas quarterback, you're set for life. It's true. It's true. It's like, yeah, even after football, guess what you get to do? You're on the panel. You get to call games. This is a fraternity, porn. The Dallas quarterback position is a fraternity, and that's why, because they want to hear their guys on the mic.
Jesus, so. It's always fucking. It's Tony Romo or fucking Troy Aikman. What the fuck? 8:20 Sunday night game. Seattle Seahawks on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are -5. Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go with Brendan Roethlisberger and them boys. -5. They're going to beat up on the Seattle Seahawks in Pittsburgh. Those Pittsburgh fans are going to be going nuts. It's a primetime game. I mean, I know they pinned it as, Russell versus, Ben. But unfortunately, because, Russell's out for a good minute, it's going to be Geno Smith versus Ben Roethlisberger. So I'll take Mike Tomlin and them boys and all those yinjas in Pittsburgh. Bunch of crazy fucking fans. I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers -5.
Yeah, I'm going with the terrible towel boys, especially because this is a really bad. You got a team with a rookie quarterback, number one, not rookie, sorry, he's a veteran actually, but backup quarterback. The problem is their defense is so bad. And Ben's not the best quarterback, but he's showing little signs of, I still got a little left in the tank. But this is such a bad defense in Seattle with a backup quarterback versus Ben Roethlisberger at home. And he's showing glimpse of, they
and their defense is one of the best defenses in the league. Yeah,
and good defense. It's an awful matchup altogether. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers as well.
Now you got the Monday night game, 8:15. You got Rough Buff. They're -5.5 point favorites. They looking like a straight wagon. Buffalo's looking like, other than the mishap that they had week 1. They're going to Tennessee. They're going to face the Tennessee Titans. King Henry, Ryan Tannehill, Vrabel and the boys, they're going to face them. Now, LeVon, I'm going to shock you because I've been going with Rough Buff pretty much all year. I'm going with King Henry and them boys at home. I'm taking the Tennessee Titans in this game, plus the 5.5. I think this is a little game that, Buffalo takes a step back because that running game that Tennessee has with King Henry is phenomenal.
Man, hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you right there. I mean, King Henry's running the ball like 35 times a game. They're feeding him the rock. And on top of that, I believe Julio might be back. I'm not 100% sure. I think he will be back. So they're going to have their both their receivers back, and King Henry back there. And it's prime time in Tennessee. I'm taking plus 5.5 all day. All
right, so let's get into what we got to discuss. So we're going to discuss this John Gruden situation, right? So for people that don't know, who have been living under a rock or whatever it may be, basically John Gruden had to resign from his job for sending a bunch of emails to the former GM of the Washington football team. This all came about because the Washington football team is under investigation to see if their working conditions are, fair to women and gays and whatever it may be, just to see what kind of abuse was going on in that environment under the Daniel Snyder watch. I have to be the first to admit, there's plenty of shit that I've said, text messages, in person, or whatever it may be. I think I use those words in proper context. So I'll give you an example, right? So if I tell, in Spanish culture, if I tell somebody that they're fat or they're skinny or whatever it may be, and I use it in a certain tone based off knowing them as a person, it's a form of endearment. You understand? It might affect somebody that I don't know the wrong way, but that's not what it meant. You understand? That's not how it's perceived. So in certain cultures and certain ways of life, there's certain things that are accepted and certain things that are unaccepted. When you're a leader of a team, it's almost like you're under such a big microscope. You understand? You have such a large platform. He wasn't even employed by the team at this time. He was employed by the people that reported what was being said. He was employed by ESPN at the time of these emails, and yet he still has to end up resigning because of stuff that he said. Look, freedom of speech in today's era is gone. You can't say
Yep.
what you want to say anymore. That shit, your first right, your First Amendment right is gone. You can forget it. It's about content. It's about how you were perceived, how you looked upon. And John Gruden, you just got caught in the Raptor. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's totally an investigation on a totally different team. And the NFL, who's in charge of this investigation, decides to leak this information to the media, and then you get caught up in it. It's really fucked up. You shouldn't have said what you said. It ended up coming to the light. I'm pretty sure you, your players, and everybody else around you has used this type of language before, but you just got caught up in the sauce, fam, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's held to a different standard, you know what I mean? And nowadays, what do they call it? It's a cancel culture. Is that what they call it now?
Yo, the only one that knows how to work that cancel culture is Dave Chappelle. Real talk. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
And Dave don't give a damn. I was gonna say the same thing. I heard people from Netflix about to walk out and protest, but Dave's back home smoking a blunt, saying, "You know what I think he does? Yo, Dave is a beast of the cancel culture. You don't care." But yeah, John Gruden, man. My biggest thing is, look, man, you left a paper trail. Like you said, we've always said certain things in our past, for sure. You left a paper trail, right? And I'm sure it's probably stuff he forgot he even said, or maybe he remembers. But look, end of the day, they have to do what they have to do, because if they don't, they're gonna get all the backlash. The NFL, ESPN, they're gonna get all the backlash. And guess what? That backlash means money out of their pockets. And especially how ESPN, these networks are going, money is everything. So it's unfortunate. I mean, I'll say a few things he said. I'm not going to say everything, but him saying the F word to homosexuals, and him saying the guy's lips are like Michelin tires.
Yo, real talk. I thought that was a funny stereotype. Actually, like real talk. Because look, LeVon, we're multicultural people. Let's just face facts. My kids, my wife, she's black. My kids are black. I'm Spanish. You're black. Your kids are black. In no shape or form, if I ever said that to you, are you gonna be like, man, you're just gonna know it's a joke just because of the relationship we have?
And correct. But then again, the problem is, and I told this to some friends the other day, he hit the trifecta. You're bashing women. That's a no-no, right? You're talking about gays, and you're talking about minorities. You beat the three-piece on them? The trifecta? Come on, not even 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3. The trifecta. You got to go, man. And they started off with the Michelin lips. Obviously, they saw that he still coached. I'm just saying. And then the gay stuff came out. Oh, then and then the women. Oh, that you can't hit all 3, bro. You gotta pick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick something. You hit the trifecta. You gotta go, man. It is what it is.
What this showed me, LeVon, this showed me that Mark Davis is not part of the Billionaires Boys Club when it comes to being part of the elite in the NFL. So for you guys that don't know, his dad, Al Davis, always had a problem with the NFL. He actually sued the NFL back in the days because he wanted to move the team, and at that time you couldn't. So he actually sued the NFL, and he actually won. So his family has never had a great relationship with the NFL. The NFL will literally make what they want to disappear. In this instance, this was something that Roger Goodell probably saw and was like, oh shit, motherfucker, you want to talk about me? All right, fine. And literally just leaked it. You got to go. That's it. It was over. So for me, if you're not going to air out everybody's dirty laundry, then what was the point of airing out Goodell? Because the NFL's in charge of the investigation. Those papers ended up getting leaked to the media. There's only one person or one organization that could leak it, and it was obviously the NFL. So they wanted this to come out. And that's why you saw the response that you got from Davis. He sat there and said, look, I have no comment. I don't have the answers. Go to the NFL. They have the answers. That's why.
He's not a part of the boys club. You could tell he hasn't said it. He hasn't said anything. And I mean, not only is he not a part of the club, I mean, unfortunately, how do I put this? I don't want to say he's the brokest. Sounds really bad when I say it. He's still a billionaire.
No, he is. He's the brokest.
He's the brokest one. So it's kind of like,
He's the brokest. You got look. Just a reminder. I'm not putting out laundry that's already not out there. You got Ursay that gets arrested for pills and stuff like that, or whatever it may be. You got Robert Kraft that gets touchy, feely, this, that, and third. You got I'm trying to think who the other owner is that gets in trouble or whatever it may be. Like, you have owners that have been in tough spots before in situations. Oh, you got Jerry Jones, who gets massively drunk and chills with, massive multiple women and da. Like, you have owners that do things that end up coming to light, but they just make sure it gets nice and quiet. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same thing. Like, you're basically outing somebody because you didn't like what they ended up doing. No one, in all actuality, if the NFL doesn't leak this to the media, no one knows about it.
Sticks and stones will break your bones. And he talked about that one group that's very, very not sensitive. Yeah, they're sensitive, but that one group, the homophobic group, they're coming after you. They're coming after you with a vengeance. So forget it. That's what did it. So all words,
So then it's a little bit similar situation, but just a different sport. So we're gonna touch on Kyrie's situation and what's going on with him. So obviously Kyrie is not vaccinated. He doesn't want to get vaccinated. He feels like he shouldn't have to. It's his choice, and you shouldn't force him or whatever it may be. Look, I'm not against it. I'm not for it. Like, I'm neither. I'm in the middle. Whether you do it, I support you. Whether you don't, I support you. I really, it doesn't bother me. I'm for humanity. I'm not against whatever you believe. What you believe is what you believe. I respect you as a person. So for me, if Kyrie chooses to make the choice that he's making, knowing the consequences that come it, Kyrie, I respect the shit out of you, homie. Real talk. If you're willing to leave all that type of money for what you believe in, so be it. Kaepernick did the same exact shit. He literally stood up for what he believed for. The owners held him out for employment. So basically, the only difference is that Kaepernick did it for kneeling, and what Kyrie's doing it for, he's doing for his belief on what he wants to put on his body. So I applaud you, but go all out. Like, real talk. If they don't allow you to play in the NBA no more, fuck it. Who cares?
All right. Yeah, Kyrie's gonna get his shot next week. It's happening. He's already trying to, I feel the backtrack.
Damn, you gave him a week only?
It's slight backtrack already. He's gonna end up saying, I still believe in what I believe in, but my teammates, blah, 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 blah. End of the day, like you said, kudos to you, man. It's your life. It's your body. Stand for what you believe. But end of the day, if you don't follow protocol, you can't play basketball. And that's no love lost.
You gave him a week. Damn, homie.
Yeah, a week. I would give him a week. He's not going to play the entire NBA season. And mind you, these guys have a lot of money, but they still want more. I mean, that's a lot of money. And guess what? He's already screwed himself because now the Nets, I heard, are not going to sign him to a max deal.
Yeah, Kyrie did go on live. He went on IG Live basically explaining to the fans and people and stuff like that. Like, you guys got this mixed up. You think I don't want to help my team? You think I don't want to be there for the fans? You think I don't want to do this? You think I don't want to do that? Blah, blah. Yeah. But he has his beliefs, and it is what it is. So I respect it. In this country, at least you have the right to choose, So I respect it.
I respect that too. Just understand, like you said, the consequences or what happens if you don't follow protocol. You cannot play, especially in the state of New York. They're shutting everything down. So, and I like the Nets a lot as a team, but they're a lot better with Kyrie, obviously.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to discuss, this is the last thing we're going to discuss. And once again, LeVon, I appreciate you coming on the show and doing these week 6 picks with me. We're going to discuss the story about Spencer Rattler making so much money with NIL deals that now that he got benched, there's rumors that he might be transferring, or he might literally just sit out and start training for the NFL draft because he's NFL draft eligible. This is exactly what the NIL, the bad part of it is. Yes, the good part is that college athletes can get paid, finally, legally, instead of hiding it. But the bad part is, if shit don't work out the way you want, I just quit and I'll just try to wait for the NFL draft. So you're literally giving up on showing that you're a leader and a winner and a competitor to sit there and say, I'll just go get the bag.
Now here's but here's the problem. I don't know what happened beyond that game as far as him wanting to go to the league but it'd behoove of him if he's going to get benched this year to play another year. Because guess what? You're no longer a first-round draft pick, homie. You're not. You're more like a 4th, 5th. Unfortunately, you are. And I was watching that with you, and I was like, wait, what? I mean, look at the pity. Hey, bring him in for the 2-point conversion. Like, he's trying to fit him in there. And we all know that post-game, the other quarterback, I forgot his name, they wanted to interview him.
Caleb Williams.
And the coach was like, nah, we're not going. Like, he's scary. No, he can't. He's not taking any interviews. Why? Because they're going to ask, hey, do you think you should start next week? And he's going to say, yeah.
Hey, dude, you canceled all media availability until the day before the game. They don't even want to deal with it.
Scary. So guess what? Hey, man, if you're going to transfer, just get him transferring to the school as well. And it is what it is. But he cannot go to the league like this, because if you go, you're going to get paid the same amount of money you're getting paid now from the NIL. You're not gonna get that big money contract. So it's up to you, man. But that was
they've gone so far. They're doing real investigative reporting by student body. The student body is sitting there with binoculars, watching practice to see who's taking first team reps. The student body is doing a student search in a student directory. You can't even find Spencer Rattler's name in there. They're going above and beyond to prove that, you know what, this guy quit on us, pretty much, in a sense. So this is the bad part about the NIL, because supposedly he makes about like $800,000 on this NIL deal. So in all actuality, it's just like, I understand it and I get it, but homie, at least finish out the season and play with your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not starting anymore. Don't fucking cry. Like, go earn that shit. You don't know. Caleb Williams might end up getting hurt week 6? What is it right now? I forget. The next game, you might end up getting hurt. You're right back being the starter.
Yeah, man, but it's pride, man. That's the number 1 draft pick. Supposed to be the number 1 draft pick. That's a huge hit to the Eagle, man. You didn't get hurt, and it's not like you got hurt. It's one thing if you're number 1 draft pick, you got hurt. Should we draft him? No, you just went from number 1 to you kind of suck.
And he went from he's all right, but he's not real. That's what he went to.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. LeVar, listen, I appreciate you joining the show. It's 14-7 in the second quarter between Tampa Bay and Philadelphia Eagles. LeVar, I appreciate you so much. Make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And LeVar, I'll check you out next week, homie.
Yes, sir. Easy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.